Hi, Bob here from Helpful Senior Citizen. And today I want to talk about the best Carnival Cruise Line destinations, or at least the ones that I believe are the best. Now, I haven't been to all of them, but I've been to a lot of them. Uh, and I've been on 13 different Carnival cruises. I'll be going on my 14th next month. My sweetie and I. She was a little bit slow to get started, but once she found out how fun it is, how cool it is, um, she lives from one cruise to the next, and so do I. And I'm happy to have a partner to share it with. So, as far as I'm concerned, the best destinations are south of the United States. I live in the Los Angeles area, and I've done most of my cruising from Los Angeles, but uh, we've embarked from Texas, we've embarked from New York, and we will embark from Miami this summer. Uh, Anywhere in the Caribbean is great. It's pretty much uh, great weather all year round. Now you do have the threat, if you will, of hurricanes in the hurricane season, but I haven't encountered that. And I will say every cruise I've ever been on, except for one, has been splendid. And the one that wasn't so bad. It's just that the weather was so bad that we couldn't stop at a couple of our ports, and it was really rocky. And usually on a cruise ship you don't even feel it, but on that particular one we did. But I still had a good time. It's just the way it is. So some of the destinations that I've been to that I thought were just great, anywhere in Mexico. I've been all over the West Coast, from Cabo San Lucas to Mazatlan to Puerto Vallarta. Uh, and then inside the Caribbean, into Jamaica, uh, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, uh, Belize, Grand Turks. We will be going to Aruba. Haven't been there yet, and St. Thomas, St. Martin, and more. And the weather just is always nice. And even if it's warm, well, that's okay. There's pools and ways to stay cool on the ship. Um, so yeah, anywhere in the Caribbean is fine for me. Now, there's three different aspects or areas is a better way to say it. Uh, as to which cruises are which. There's a Western Caribbean, which is the first time I went on a Caribbean cruise, and that included Jamaica and very southern tip of Mexico. And then there's the Eastern Caribbean. That's where you're going to have the threat of hurricanes during the hurricane season. And we're going to be going to the Southern Caribbean, which borders South America, which will be Aruba. I've already been to Belize and Honduras on a different Eastern Caribbean cruise. So that's my 2 cents worth. Uh, I mean, everything when you use the word best, it's always subjective. But this is a little picture of uh, the Dominican Republic in November. And as you can see, it's beautiful. I think it was in the 80s that day. And we were aboard the Venezia, which is a ship that used to be an Italian. Well, it was part of part of the Carnival Cruise fleet, but they call it the Costa, Costa, Costa fleet in Italy. But now it's part of uh, the Carnival fleet, and it was built. Its maiden voyage was supposed to be in 2019, but then COVID hit, so it kind of sat in dry dock for quite a while. So when we went on it last year, it was almost a maiden voyage, not quite, but we took it out of New York, but it's going to be docked in Los Angeles, not in the near future, and I highly recommend it. So as far as what is it about cruising that I like, what's not to like? You unpack your bag, they feed you, they clean up after you, they entertain you, and they take you to places you may or may not have ever been to. And as far as I'm concerned, the ship doesn't even need to leave the port. The ship's got everything that I like. Uh, there's plenty of relaxation, there's plenty of activities, and being able to visit different places is a bonus, if you ask me. So there's nothing to not like. Now on Carnival, it's known as a family cruise line, and there's a lot of families, I'll admit that. But the good thing is there are sections that are only for kids, and there are sections that are only for adults, and kids are not allowed. The Serenity Deck, for instance, we spend a lot of time on the Serenity Deck. And I particularly like, if I've been to a certain destination, or even if I haven't, I don't need to spend a lot of time at the destinations. Uh, I like to stay on the ship. There's hardly anybody there. You got the run of the place, and it's great. I don't know of a where you can stay in a hotel for what it costs to go on a cruise ship. And it's basically a floating hotel. But if you stay at a hotel, you got to buy your own food, and it's not, you have to get your own entertainment. The cruise ship handles all of that. Some of my favorite entertainment is in the karaoke bar. They have them on every ship, and I'm a regular in the karaoke bar. The comedy clubs are very good. Some people like stage shows. I'm not a big fan of that, but there's some great stage shows. I've been on cruises before where during the Super Bowl, and especially on the Venezia, excuse me, not Venezia, Venezia. They have a huge screen that's great for movies and or sporting events. And there's always plenty of commotion, for lack of a better term. People on both sides rooting for during the game, all in good fun. I've never seen anybody get out of line. Um, so my experience has been nothing but positive on cruising, and especially with Carnival. Some people say it's too basic or not fancy enough or whatever. Uh, to each his or her own. I think it's the best deal out there. It's the best vacation there is. I don't know that I want to necessarily retire to a Carnival cruise ship, but I do hope to spend much more time during my retirement on a cruise ship, and maybe even take one of those cruises that you're on for a full year where you go all over the world. They're quite expensive. I'm not ready to do that yet, but that is on my bucket list. So with that, that's about all I've got to say. I hope you enjoyed my little bit of overview of cruising. Not the fanciest high tech uh, everything that I have here, but it's from the heart. It's real. It's true. So don't forget to, I hope you like this, and I hope you will leave a thumbs up below the video. Uh, I hope you will leave a comment or a question in the comment section. And it'd be great if you would subscribe to this YouTube channel. Again, it's healthy, excuse me, helpfulseniorcitizen.com. Have lots of helpful articles for seniors, including cruising and how to make money. So with that, I'm going to say over and out, and bon voyage. Over and out. Bye.